Hey, good morning. Welcome to Thursday. This is Coffee with Wes. My name is Wes, and this is the coffee. And I serve as the interim pastor at the First Baptist Church of Cutler. And just welcome, come on in, have a seat, grab you a hot beverage, and just pull up a chair. Join me. Let me ask you this question: have you ever been uncertain about something? Have you ever been in a precarious situation? Ever feel threatened? Ever have any anxiety? Right? Ever feel like the walls are closing in on you? I'm sure all of us have at times felt or had similar feelings as to that. And maybe you feel that way today. I don't know. Maybe things are just kind of closing in from all sides. It's a dog eat dog day, and the dogs are winning. So you're just trying to hang in there. But and we have many good reasons to feel that way. We have many good reasons to feel threatened, to feel uncertain. Just look around us and see what this whole world is like and what our lives we have to deal with in our lives from day to day. But I want to share with you a verse of scriptures from Psalm 63, verse 7. Psalm 63, verse 7. And this is what the verse says. It says, because you are my helper, I sing for joy in the shadow of your wings. Because you are my helper, I sing for joy in the shadow of your wings. That's a beautiful, beautiful verse. It expresses trust in God. It entertains praise to the Lord. And the background is very crucial. David is able to sing and be content even in the midst of his great struggles. And remember the setting of this psalm. David is in a wilderness. I mean, you look at the subscript of Psalm 63, and it says it's a psalm of David while he was in the wilderness. And he was in the wilderness physically and also spiritually, I believe. He was surrounded by danger, by loneliness, by uncertainty, overwhelmed, certainly felt like the walls were closing in on him. And what does he do? What does he do? He draws near to God, draws near to the Lord, and acknowledges that God is present, and that God's presence is a place of refuge, a place of shelter for him. That phrase, in the shadow of your wings, it's a illustration, if you will. It's a poetic illustration. It's a picture of comfort and protection. It's like, and this is I think the meaning that David's trying to convey. It's like a bird, mother hen, if you will, sheltering its young under its wings. The storm rages all around, but the little chicks are safe under the wings of the mother bird. It's a very tender image of how much God cares for us, especially in those moments when we feel so vulnerable, when we're out there and we're hurting and we have no protection. And it's also a symbol of safety, showing us that no matter how turbulent our life gets, and maybe, again, Lord knows we live in a turbulent world, and no matter how turbulent life gets, we are never outside of God's loving protection. He gathers us up under the shelter of his wings. And so David's response to God's help of protection is very significant. He doesn't just ask for God to help him. He responds with worship. He sings. Singing in the midst of adversity is an act of faith. And it's different from whistling in the dark. Remember, you're walking through. I remember I had a paper route when I was a little kid, and I have to walk by a cemetery. And it was on a very desolate road, just a very much of a side road. And there was nothing around it. It was just this cemetery out in the middle of nowhere, trees, and anyway, so, sometimes, and it was up a big hill, and I would be on my bike, and I'd be walking my bike up the hill, and walking past that cemetery, it was kind of scary to a young kid. And so I'd be whistling or I'd be singing, or I'd be talking, but I'd be scared. But the singing that David does is different from whistling or singing in the dark, because David's worship, his song, flows not from his fear, but it flows from his trust in the faithfulness of God, knowing that even in the wilderness, God is present. And so when we find ourselves in seasons where everything feels uncertain and we're very anxious, this verse, Psalm 63:7, reminds us that God is our help. God's presence brings peace. And when we seek God's protection, he covers us up. And in return, we can worship him from the heart, even when our circumstances are difficult. Here's the thought for today. In what areas of your life do you need to trust God's protection? What areas of your life do you need to trust the Lord, stop, and be able to worship him in song today? Think about that. Y'all have a great Thursday. It's a great day, Thursday. And be careful, be good, get everything done so you can kind of flow into the weekend. It's coming up. All right. See you again soon. Bye for now.